All right, joining us now is Florida's Attorney General Pam Bondi. Madam Attorney General, thanks for joining us today. We've been hearing from Governor Scott all morning, and you know, he's been laying out a very successful local government response to this storm. He says evacuation worked. Does that jive with what you're seeing from the Attorney General's office?
It sure did, Stuart, and Governor Scott has done a great job. He has been all over our state speaking very bluntly to the citizens of Florida, saying you need to get out of here right now on the east coast of Florida, and people listened to his warning. Local officials were even knocking on doors, getting people out, getting them to shelters. People didn't want to leave their pets, so they would go to a shelter that took pets. So far, we haven't seen loss of life. And, you know, this storm, though, Stuart, as you heard, is far from over. It's moving north.
Right.
So soon it's going to hit probably Jacksonville. And I just hung up with the governor. And you know, we want to warn people that the storm surges still could be 10 feet high. So that's lethal. And people need to be safe and leave the area that's in question.
Let me tell you that I don't know whether you can see it, but on the left-hand side of the screen, our viewers are watching the storm surge at Daytona Beach, obviously Florida. That's the rush of seawater that comes over the dunes and into inland. Now, if the worst is still to come, and the governor suggested that may be the case, am I right in saying that legally you cannot tell people, you cannot force people to evacuate? You can't do that, can you?
Well, you cannot make someone leave their home. You can call it a mandatory evacuation and actually pray that people heed the governor's warning. But, you know, some people are stubborn and want to stay in their homes. But, you know, if you have kids, and my goodness, people care about other people, and you need to get out of your house, come to another coast, you know, come to the West Coast and call your friends, offer them a place to stay. And hotels need to participate, and for the most part they have, but we've seen some bad ones who are tripling rates, and you can't do that. You
don't expect this to be cleaned up and gotten out away with. You're going to feel the effects of this for what, at least another 3 or 4 days. Would that be accurate?
We are, and especially, you know, so many people, I think it's about 600,000 people, I believe, are without power. Our power companies are working very diligently to get the power back on.
Pam, forgive me for jumping in like this.